Her expertise, featured in PBS documentary Fly With Me, inspires and empowers by bringing hidden voices to light.
In April 1963, after 9 months of contract negotiations, the Stewardess Union staged a press conference protest over the final issue stalling an agreement, the 1953 policy that fired stewardesses at age 32. From behind the backstage curtains, Dusty peeked at the crowd and saw a sea of men with cameras and notepads eagerly awaiting the stewardesses. The attendance was beyond her expectations. We were lucky there weren't any other major news stories that day. As the curtain parted, the stewardesses, dressed in uniforms, displaying their girdled curves and nylon-clad legs, filed onto the stage with a man-melting stride. When they stood in a line together, they dazzled. The all-male press corps was mesmerized. Dusty was the first to step forward from the lineup. She moved slowly and seductively toward the microphone without knowing what she would say. The men ogled her while cameras flashed. Unhurried and enjoying the attention, she took her time posing for their cameras to immortalize the moment. Then, with a voice as sultry as Lauren Bacall, she leaned into the microphone and purred, "Gentlemen, I'm 36, 26, 36, 5'8", weigh 125 pounds, and have naturally blonde hair." She straightened her body and thought, what should I say next? On impulse, with a mischievous smile and fire flashing in her eyes, she said, "A Lolita I'm not, but do I look like an old bag?" The entire room instantly erupted with a resounding boom. "No!" Well, the men in the airline industry think women my age are worn out and too old for the job. I'm considered 3 years overripe. American Airlines has a written contract clause firing any stewardess hired after November 1st, 1953, when they turn 32. I'm 35, but hired before that date, so my job is protected by what we girls call the grandmother clause. I'm fighting for the unborn stewardess. I currently fly with girls who stand around and ask me what to do next. The trouble with the airlines is they're looking for 19-year-old Lolitas for the men to look at, but it's experience that counts more. In an emergency, a passenger isn't going to care who he's looking at. Dusty glanced back at the stewardesses on stage, paused, and then continued. Half of us are under 32 and subject to being fired soon, and half are over 32 and won't be fired. Can you guess which one of us are over 32? The men of the press shouted another thundering, "No!" I rest my case. Then Nancy explained that they were in New York for mediation over the union's contract, which expired the previous June. She said the chief difference was the 10-year-old clause requiring a stewardess to quit on her 32nd birthday. She added, a wiping out of the age limitation is a major union demand. Not even in Hollywood, where youth and beauty pay off, did anyone think of putting Marilyn Monroe or Liz Taylor to pasture. Jean Howard, a model for American Airlines advertising, was 14 months away from 32. She sauntered forward and admitted that she was 22 when she signed up in 1955. I thought I'd be married by now. I took the job for travel opportunities. I have 14 months to go before being forced to retire. I'm worried economically. I don't think I'll get an equally good job with the same benefits now that I'm 10 years older. Experience ought to count for something. Norma Pugh, 29, added that what we want to know is this: what's wrong with us when we turn 32? Virginia Murray, like Dusty, was over the age limit but still flying. She added, I weigh the same as I did when I was hired at 22. At 5'4" and weighing 115, I don't think I'm any less attractive than when I was 22. Not from all the marriage proposals I'm getting. The press conference made headlines nationwide and catapulted Dusty into the annals of American history. It also sparked a national debate on the airline industry's motivations. But do you think the stewardesses were able to turn the age rule over in negotiations the next day? No.